Hey y'all. Okay, so this week, this is going to be a really short PowerPoint. This is number one. PowerPoint number one is going to be what is the annotated bibliography and what are the directions for your project. After that, I'm going to do a series of really short videos, one per communication theory, as we introduce some new theories. Here's what our week would have looked like. We would have gone over the annotated bibliography part of your assignment, talked about some theories, and then day two, met in the library. Because we cannot meet in the library as a class, instead, I'm going to share with you some tips, tricks, maybe even embed a library scavenger hunt this week that will help you get to know the databases better at Sierra College. I might even be able to do a video, but we'll see. So, first, what is an annotated bibliography? First, we can start by breaking down the words annotated and bibliography. Well, we know what a bibliography is. A bibliography comes at the end of an essay, and it's a list of all the references that you used in your paper, right? Some sources, like MLA or APA, call it a bibliography, a works cited, or even a reference list. So then what is the annotation part? Well, let's find out by reading this definition. An annotated bibliography is a list of citations to books, articles, and documents. Each citation is followed by a brief, usually 150 words, descriptive and evaluative paragraph, the annotation. The purpose of the annotation is to inform the reader of the relevance, accuracy, and quality of the sources cited. And that's often those that you cite in reference to your research question, topic, or hypothesis. Okay, so let's go back and unpack some of those terms. First, you're going to turn in a document that looks like a list of citations. By citations, I mean what would normally show up in that bibliography or references page at the end of an essay. It's the alphabetical order of all the outside sources that you used as support or research for your project or paper. Now, you are going to place those in a list, and you can either cite those in APA or MLA format. It's totally up to you. However, rather than making a continuous list of sources, at each one you're going to pause and add that annotation. The annotation is a short paragraph, a very short paragraph, that first details what the article or book chapter or website was about, basically a summary. But right after that summary, it includes your evaluation of the source. Here is where you talk about whether or not it's relevant to your project or completely irrelevant, if the information in it seemed accurate or off, and what the quality of the actual source was. Okay? Now, for this, I want you to go ahead and just be confident in your interpretations of the actual article. Sometimes we read things that are great, and sometimes we read things that are really not great. And that's okay to say that, especially in this assignment. So what are you going to do? Well, for this part of your project, you are going to locate 7 academic sources. Okay? The new due date for this assignment is going to be 4/18. You can take a look on our Canvas page and it will be updated there as well. Okay? Now, before I go on, I want to pause on what an academic source is. It is not a .com. .com stands for commercial, and anyone with like $1 from GoDaddy can basically buy a website. So that's not the type of information that we're looking for. We are looking for things that have been peer-reviewed, or in other words, things that have been read by multiple people and everyone gave it a thumbs up, so we know it's not fake news or a ton of crap. That's really what we're looking for. So, chapters in a book work really great. An academic journal, those scary, also wonderful. Often websites that end in .org, .edu, or even .gov make for good academic sources. and that's because its contents have been reviewed by other experts in the field. For this class, you're allowed to use one or even two interviewees, experts, as your sources as well, as part of year 7. If you have questions about that, be sure to email me. So now let's get back to the topic, or to get back to the assignment details. This particular assignment, your job is to locate those 7 sources. Now we're going to do this in an interesting way. The first thing I want you to research is your communication topic. So if you're looking up fandom in sports, or touch behavior between strangers, or doctor-patient communication, or long-distance relationships, or conflict in families, notice that I'm listing off topics, communication topics that could be researched. Okay? Whoops, sorry, I don't know what that was. Here, you want to locate about 3 research sources that speak to the topic of your paper. Now, the reason why I'm saying only 3 is because 3 of the readings, again, I want to focus on the topic, but at least 2 of the readings I want to focus on the method. So let's say that you were doing ethnography. You could use any ethnography out there as a source for your annotated bibliography, not because of the content itself as being relevant to your topic, but because when you read an ethnography, you learn about how to do an ethnography. When you read a quantitative study, you learn how to do an experiment because the author writes about their process. So 3 of the sources that you find need to be about your topic. 2 of the sources that you find should be specific to the method or the methodology that you've chosen for your project. And finally, the last category, you should find at least 2 sources that in some way discuss the theory that you think best connects to your project. Now, for some of us, this is going to be challenging because we haven't gone over many theories. That's why this week I'm going to do a series of short videos just titled Communication Theories. But there's also multiple resources on our Canvas site, readings and book chapters, lists and encyclopedias of communication theories that you can use for your annotated bibliography and also to jumpstart the discussion on communication theory. Overall, the idea is that you choose readings, articles, web pages, or book chapters that help you better understand your communication topic, method, and theory. Now, the last restriction is that 5 of your sources need to come from communication journals. If you're on the Sierra College webpage and you look under our library, you will find on the left that there is a tab that references research databases. As you click on the Research Databases button, you're going to want to scroll down to where it says More. Under More, you should see a list of alphabetized research databases that you can look through to find articles, for example, or books. Under C for communication, you will find an entire database titled Communication and Mass Media Complete. What I love about this database is once you click on it, it opens up basically an EBSCO host, but specific to the communication discipline. So it's really great because anything that you search for and find is going to be a reading from communication or media studies. Okay? Again, I'll post some links in our Canvas page for you to access that site directly. Okay, that's pretty much it for the annotated bibliography. Your job is to turn in 7 citations for readings that you've done, followed by annotations for each, right? A short paragraph right under each citation for 7. 3 on a topic, 2 on a method, 2 on a theory. Put that in APA or MLA format, whatever suits you best. That's all, and email me with questions. Thanks.